Welcome
back
to the... Oh, what are we doing here, Landon? Welcome to the 18th episode of the BroadStrokes podcast, of which we are recording virtually as Landon has COVID.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What actually is wrong with you? Is it COVID, or was this an excuse to get us a test to score?
No, I was coughing a little bit. It could be allergies, but I didn't want to risk anything, you know what I mean?
Yes, I appreciate that. Like I've been telling you for years, that's a good thing to do. Thank you.
You're welcome, my friend.
Yes.
So yeah, we are doing the first
our
virtual podcast.
Yes, the latency on the microphone is probably be intolerable, but we'll
I like
see.
how you say that, but they won't actually really see that.
Yeah, but I'll have to deal with it, and I got one day to edit this thing, so you know.
You got this.
Thanks, bro. Now, let me consult the messages to see what our topics are for this episode.
I got you.
Let me see.
The first one was one you sent me.
Dystopian-like societies in fiction and how it compares to modern day. That one.
Yeah, you want to start off with that one?
That's a pretty big one to start off with. Yeah, we can start with that one.
Literally, it's 1984 by George Orwell.
Yes. The reason I brought that up, I think, was because of the recent death of Ted, whatever his name was, the Unabomber.
Oh.
Because I just saw it on the news the other week, and it was like, oh, look at that. You know, man, he's dead, so that's that. Really.
That's not really dystopian society, though, if he's just a dead dude.
No, but that's what he was trying to... He was trying to avoid that, though. That was kind of what his thing was. Like, technology will lead to it.
Yeah, I guess.
And the only reason he bombed people was for them to remember his name. At least that's what he said.
Yeah, I don't actually know his real name. Which is...
Ted... It's Ted something. Ted
Kaczynski or something.
Yeah, Ted Kaczynski.
I know it more from a meme than...
Me too.
Than that.
Industrial Society and its... That
yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good meme. Didn't realize it was written by him until...
Me either.
Recently.
You brought it up to me, and you were the one who taught me.
Yeah. Which, I've been citing that book here recently, and without realizing it was written by a literal domestic terrorist.
Hey, that doesn't stop the quality of the book. Separate the art from the creator.
Yes, Landon, but every time I defend Hitler's paintings, you get on to me, so...
Because they're not that good.
They are that good. They're very pretty. They're better than what I can do. I know some of them aren't symmetrical.
Well, they're just landscapes. Or stuff he sees, and art is meant to be more creative than that. That's why he...
Well, it can be whatever... It can be whatever you want to. That's the whole point of art.
Yes, but he was trying to go into a school that was super prestigious, and... And they declined him because, number one, he made humans horrible. He was horrible at making people.
Let's hope that school does not make the same mistake again.
Oh, they have way less restrictive things because of that.
I bet. Killed 12 or so million people. How many people did he kill?
I don't know, around 8 million.
Wait a minute. How many people...
Just a casual 8 million.
How many people did...
How many people would be dead?
Or kill. Let's see. 6 million Jewish people were killed. That's only the Jewish people.
Yeah, what about the Slavs?
Or... The Slavs.
Or the, other people.
Yeah, this is a dark topic to start our podcast with, so let's get off of Hitler.
Well, I mean, we got straight to that.
Well, this is a good segue, actually, because we can talk about Wolfenstein.
Okay.
That being a dystopian world, you know.
Yeah, but...
I really like the Wolfenstein universe.
Yeah, but Wolfenstein is so goofy.
Yes, it is, but it's kind of neat to see the technologies.
Yeah. It's funny because the Nazis got their technology from Jews in the universe.
That is the lore, isn't it? Yeah, it's like a little secret.
It's like some ancient Jewish technology or something.
Yeah, which it's certainly interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
We can also talk about George Orwell's, I guess.
I never read
the... No, I want to read it, actually.
I know about it.
I would really like to read it.
I don't know. I think...
I want to read and I want to watch it.
I think we're less about 1984 Or probably more like Brave New World, if anything.
I've not heard of
that
that
one.
one.
Is basically just technology is everything. That basically runs every part of society.
We're getting some feedback from your microphone, Lynn.
What?
We're getting feedback from your microphone.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, it's done now. We're hearing sound like a sandstorm through your microphone.
Okay.
We are good now, though. I just want to also mention how we're recording this. We're on Discord right now, and I've never been a Discord person.
Bro's a boomer.
Yes, pretty much. But I do see that it was part of a few groups called the Retard Squad. Was that one you were in as well? Or is
Excuse
that
me?
my own thing? I was in the Retard
What?
Squad. What?
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's probably some old unturned thing.
What's with this? Wait, so you use Battlefield 5 as gay for that?
For unturned?
That's his
yes.
username.
Is that an issue?
The audience. No,
I've never used Discord before in my life, so
the only time we've been in a group with other people is in a 3-person group with Jose, you, and I.
Yeah.
Because we tried to get him on it. I remember last year.
And what? Oh, like the original
Yeah.
podcast? That didn't work. Not at all.
Well, I mean, it was also because, time, I guess. It would have been extremely awkward too. That we would have had podcasts pumping every week, and then for months, they just stop.
What? Because of
Yeah.
boot camp? Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I feel we would have. What were you gonna say? Would I kept making them?
No, I was gonna say, would you consider Warhammer dystopian future?
Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of. I don't really think of it as that. Just think of it as cool fight. Cool.
Cool angry marine kill things with big hammer.
Yeah.
Big
or
gun.
ship go fly and gun down civilians.
That's most video games, to be honest. Speaking of, I was just playing some of the Modern Warfare 2, or no, Modern Warfare Remastered, because it was free on PlayStation Plus. And I'm having a good time. Having a good time.
Having a good time.
Alright, that's pretty bad.
Okay.
What do you have to add to the dystopian future topic?
Again, like I've already said, that we're not it's more like Brave New World than it is.
Oh, you mean real life?
Yeah. Than 1984, in my opinion, because we care a lot about important people, especially a lot of people in science. I mean, look at Elon. Dummy. What are your thoughts on Elon?
We're getting feedback from your microphone again, Landon.
What are your thoughts on Elon Musk, huh?
I don't know. He's a billionaire, so.
He's a what?
Millionaires.
Oh.
He's a billionaire or a millionaire.
I think he's a billionaire.
Okay. My whole thing is at a certain point, I don't know, man. Rich people can be good, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be a bad person if I had that much money.
Wow. That makes me
Just being honest.
concerned.
Well, you wouldn't buy? I was gonna say buy an island, but I didn't want to go down that road. That's not what I meant.
And what else would happen?
I would just buy a bunch of military hardware and make prisoners fight to the death.
I don't think you get away with that.
You don't think so? I mean, I would bribe enough people. I think I could.
You know what? I'm not letting you continue that.
Okay.
I'm just looking up at our previous posts.
Oh, you mean on the Discord?
Yeah.
We can get a
I remember
rundown
our
on that.
2 original podcast attempts. Both of them lasted for 30 minutes.
Yeah, let's see. The first thing you sent to me on this Discord was Adolf Drippler.
No, his name is
Argentinian.
Adam Dressler.
Yes. Then we have the dude that goes Joe Biden.
Yeah, and then we had a call for 4 minutes
Go.
apparently.
Yeah, and then 38 minutes, and then 35 minutes.
Hey, you passed up Sigma. You passed up Sigma Squad, bro.
I was trying to avoid Sigma Squad. Then there was the Chair North Korea conspiracy. Yeah. Which no major news outlet has picked up
and
on
then there was a 36-minute one that was an actual podcast episode that was going to come out. I remember we said like our audience would be like big buff dudes or something.
Speaking of that, I'm not going to read the next question.
Then I said Mogoose.
Then you said Mogoose, and then your IP address.
And then I said Seuss.
And then when cleaning my room, 1% cleaning, 30% complaining, 69% injecting my pet goldfish with black tar heroin.
I know. Then we had a call for 3 minutes. Not like I remember what it was.
I don't remember any of these.
And then I said poo.
Then I showed you my little 3D printed enclave guy.
Yeah, you passed on Mike.
Yeah. Oh wait, Mike? Oh yeah, Mike Irvin Trout. And then I may not show it, but that gas leak in my house be giving me brain damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Lennon.
I know. You're welcome. What would you do without me?
Have an hour more of time to do whatever I need to do.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
I roped you into this?
No. This modern society thing, or like the dystopian future thing, I don't want to get too political, so we're not going to talk about it too much, I guess. But do you think America has gotten slowly more and more dystopian over the last few years?
Yeah. Well, is authoritarian synonymous with dystopian?
Not exactly. I feel like all dystopians are authoritarian, right?
Not exactly.
Or at least, well, not giving the open appearance of authoritarian, but at the end, of course, they are authoritarian.
I get
whatever means necessary.
Brave New World is a dystopia, but it's weird. It's because, like, there's no real, like, you can technically have you can think whatever you want. You just be, like, kind of shunned a little bit by people. There's literally, like, there's just groups outside the main city that are supposed to be, like, the old people. Not, like, old literally, but, like, people believe it in old ways.
Okay.
That, or you can be like, or dystopia Fahrenheit 431 or whatever it's called, if you know that book.
I do not.
To make it simple, its title is actually kind of like important because the story is essentially the government likes to burn books and stuff and hide.
How very
Nazi. Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
And they specifically picked that temperature because that was the temperature to burn a book, I think.
Okay. I don't know. I definitely feel like some parts of American culture are going more and more dystopian. There's a lot more surveillance nowadays. I feel like there are certain events that may not have occurred that might have been
influenced
not staged,
it.
Definitely.
Well,
yes, that influenced.
I actually found out about this. Apparently, Egypt actually warned the United States about, like, possible terrorism.
Is that so? How far before, or how long before?
Like a good bit before. Not like the same day, but like a little bit before. Like they were saying like how they were training pilots and stuff.
Well, there were some weird things that happened on that same day, wasn't there?
So.
Like right before the planes hit. I'm just saying there were a few weird things that had occurred.
9/11 is sus. I actually don't even know if you could say that.
What, 9/11? You don't think we could say that on the podcast?
I'm saying that because I don't know if like YouTube not likey that word.
Well, we're referring to just a separate thing that happened on September 11th.
Yeah. Like Dave Johnson bought a dog that day.
Yes. Thank you, Dave Johnson.
What a standout citizen.
Yeah. But even aside from 9/11, there was a few other events that had occurred that are, like, really suspect. You know? Like, this is not one of them, but it is definitely a conspiracy. The assassination of Martin Luther King.
Uh-huh.
Right? Like, there's so many little details about that were strange. Like, the bathroom of which he had taken the shot from, like, to kill Martin Luther King, had a tree in the way. And then that same night, the detectives removed the limb of the tree that would have been blocking the shot.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, there's little things like that.
Weird.
And like how the bullet from Lee Harvey Oswald's bullet would not have entered and exited at that angle had it been shot from where he was. And also the bullet came out completely undented from his, cranium. Just a little strange, man.
Bit sus. U.S. government is a bit sus.
I'm gonna start just listening to Keep Your Rifle by Your Side, Landon, and like sharpening knives.
Oh, I didn't think we were going that direction exactly.
Do not kill any federal agents, people. Don't do it. We implore you to not try. They will win and kill your dog.
That's it, they'll just kill your dog, and then you become John Wick.
No, you'll just die too.
Oh, no, that's boring.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to win when you're going against, everyone. The entire federal government.
Nah, no feds getting past me.
The only advantage the average citizen has against federal agents is the fact that federal agents can't control ground very well because while they can go with drone strikes and tanks and whatnot, you can't hold corners with that.
Oh.
But I'm talking too much. Let's move on to a different topic.
I saw a goofy meme that was like when the little kid goes onto American neighbor's lawn to get their ball back.
I know where this is going.
Neighbor pulls out a...
That is not, a gun and shoots him.
It was a goofy time.
That's not how stand your ground laws work, actually, as I've learned.
Yeah, you told me.
You have to wait for them to step through your doorway.
Now, what if they stole your ball, though, and you were trying to come reclaim it?
You couldn't shoot them for that, because they're not posing a danger to you. You just call the police.
Excuse me, you're calling the police because they're asking for their ball back?
No, I thought you were saying that they stole your ball, and you were going to shoot them over the ball.
Oh, no, that's a bit extreme. That's a bit extreme.
So you're saying you, the gun owner, stole a kid's ball and now is refusing to give the ball
Yes.
back? Well, you're just a bad person. Give the ball back. My honest reaction to that information.
Anyway, I love how the serious topics are the ones we spend the least time on.
I know, we're more interested in stand your ground laws.
Or like something completely dumb.
How do you feel about the thumbnail for the last episode? Do you like it?
Yeah. It was funny because I originally saw it on Spotify and I thought your whole thumbnail was just 17. So I was
well,
so
on Spotify,
confused.
Usually I can crop it where it shows some of the stuff on the Spotify thumbnail, but the Spotify thumbnail only highlights maybe an eighth of the YouTube thumbnail. So I have to find a good spot for it. And that one I couldn't, so I just made it the number.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Well, I guess we could talk about another kind of interesting real-life event. The recent attempted coup in Russia.
Oh, yeah, the Wagner Group thing. Yeah, it was really
the most interesting.
Anticlimactic ending.
It was. So, I think right now, and don't quote me on it because I'm not entirely sure, Wagner's going back to their original fighting positions, but they still have control of certain areas, right?
Yeah, they made negotiations with Putin.
I really have a feeling that
it could have just been staged, but
Zelensky. Well, yeah, I think it was either staged or the Wagner leader was paid a bunch of money.
What were you gonna say? What about
That's
Zelensky?
My whole thing. No, I just said the wrong name. All those communists are the same to me, Lennon.
Those commies?
Yeah.
All those commies. Best not step foot on free soil. So.
Well, it was really interesting to watch, though, because I remember hearing about it while I was at work, and it was super interesting, because I was watching, I was watching on Live Map, and you were able to see like their path and how quickly they were advancing on Moscow. It was really interesting.
Yeah, I saw.
They shot rockets at helicopters and stuff.
I saw a map. It was it was 2 days, and it was a straight line, and then just right before they got to Moscow, there's text that just says, Putin made a deal with them and they stood down.
I don't know, man. If it was staged, it was staged to a very high degree, because they did shoot igloos at helicopters. Helicopters of which Russia could not afford to lose.
Well, maybe they got some of that oil money.
I guess. It's just weird. The whole thing's weird.
As
keep watching.
As everything we've been seeing all the time.
Well, this is really weird. Like, it's the strangest part of the actual conflict so far, at least to me.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess going back to our text messages, right? What are your thoughts on Primos? Have you seen that trailer?
No, I have not seen Primos.
So you know how it's a Disney show. So a lot of people have the problem with Disney that they're too woke. This is definitely the opposite.
Yeah.
Was
it too based?
It is way too like insensitive. To like.
How so?
First off, they called a kid. I don't know if they did this intentionally, but it translates to little private part for females.
That's interesting.
Yeah. They they basically called one of the characters Fatty in Spanish. They got their grammar wrong, too, in the trailer. What was Salt on the Wound is one of the voice actors for the show went on like Twitter or Instagram or something and made like a video or something where she's like, we don't need to know Spanish. It's a language that the conquistadors came with America and forced my native ancestors to learn. Or something like that. And also, she's also speaking English. You know, a language brought by colonizers.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just super stereotypical. Like the city name is literally called Mountain Heights, or like Earthquake Heights. I was reading it as
you were telling me this. Yeah, Earthquake Heights.
Like really.
Well.
And of course, it's a big family.
Certainly interesting. Well. Man, I don't know. I'm going to have to see it myself. I'm not going to watch it here on the podcast because I don't want to get copyright struck by Disney. Their Iron Hammer.
It's just very stereotypical. And their theme song literally says, Oye Primos, which isn't even correct grammar-wise.
What does it translate to?
Well, it's supposed to mean, hey, cousins. But they're using a singular word, oye, with primos, which is plural.
Okay.
That's just grammarly incorrect. And also, that's just unnatural. Most Spanish people don't even speak like that.
So they'll took Duolingo.
They'll just
hire a single person.
They'll just say oye. They wouldn't say another word after, or they'll say something else.
Jesus Christ.
What?
What a bunch of Goombas.
Oh, literally stupid. One of the characters is called Nacho.
Well, in Breaking Bad, or in Better Call Saul, one of the villains, not villains, he's one of the cartel guys is called Nacho.
Yeah, but like, it's that piled upon all the other stuff. It makes it worse.
Yeah.
Like.
Ever thought about the
It would have been less bad if they just called them all basic names like Jose, Juan.
That would have been realistic.
Like that would have been way better than calling them essentially insult names.
I don't think Nacho's an insult
huh?
name.
No, not that.
An insult
name. Like again, a character is called Gordita, which means fatty. I don't.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
I don't think that's and stuff like that. Clearly, they just know nothing about the culture they're trying to like do.
What, imitate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Any more word on the FNAF movie?
Yeah, the next trailer. You didn't see it? The final trailer.
No, not. Is it? Does it look
I looked
good?
a little bit into it. Springtrap basically looks almost identical to FNAF 3, which is what I really like.
Let me take a gander at that.
Because they didn't change his design. Wow, what a revelation.
Let's see. Is it the one from 2 days ago?
Yeah, the final trailer.
Let me just zoom forward till I see. And you said there's going to be a YouTuber in this, right?
What?
So there's going to be a YouTuber in this, right?
Yeah, there is. Corey X Kenshin, I think.
Oh, again, I don't know who that is.
A black guy who plays video games, I think.
Can we get Pedro Pascal to play Bonnie for me, please? It's kind of funny.
Oh, this is random, but did you see the newest worst YouTube apology?
No, I have not.
Oof, it was horrible. There's this person called Colleen Ballinger, or whatever her name is.
Ballinger.
And her
Okay.
quote-unquote apology is her basically saying she did nothing wrong. Oh, if you want to know what the allegations are, it's grooming. It's grooming allegations.
No, of course.
But it's a woman this time, not a man.
So it's okay.
No, no one thinks it's okay.
Oh, it's not okay. It's not okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, like it's bad. And her quote-unquote apology is her singing with a ukulele while saying she didn't groom anyone.
I was watching this video yesterday.
All right.
It was about these people talking about like the most degenerate people on the planet, the sub-branch of furries who were more inclined to indulge in the real thing.
Did it start with a Z?
Yes.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And there had this even smaller sect of people in this group, like 12 members or so, and one of them was a really big furry YouTuber.
Okay.
Right? And it's taken years for them to unveil everything and like expose this guy. And eventually he finally did get exposed. But they talked about all these horrible things they did to animals, like dead animals, live animals, dead baby animals, all sorts of stuff, right?
Alright, yeah.
And I was like, legitimately, I would be fine just driving to his house and shooting him.
Thank you for saying that stuff on this podcast. That's...
Well, okay, listen, bro. He's like a broken machine. He should not exist. Needs to be turned off. People like that should not exist.
This is why I hate going into any of these topics.
Why?
We need like a third person to like snap sense into us every once in a while.
I don't think that's crazy to say at all, and I think that if someone wants to do horrible things to a poor little... It's an animal. It has no control. It can't say no.
I know, but I just don't like
punished for that.
talking about violence that much on the podcast.
Well, this isn't violence. It's retribution for the poor critter, you know?
Okay, just... Also, I don't like talking about these topics that much.
Okay. Well, I gotta find the YouTuber's name, but I highly recommend you watch the video. It exposes a very evil person, very sadistic person.
Statistic person? That doesn't make any sense.
No, a very sadistic person. Sadistic. Hello?
Alright.
Hello?
Yes, I hear
me?
you, my friend.
I said sadistic person. I lost you for a second, I think.
No, I heard you the whole time. I was just confused. I was just confused why you didn't say a single thing.
Sure.
Alright.
But yeah, it's a dark topic and it really sucks. But it gave me motivation to work out, so if I ever meet one of these people in real life, I could, like, bludgeon them. So that was my workout motivation.
Okay.
Moving on from that.
Oh, I saw a thing.
By the way, all this in Minecraft.
Oh,
covered.
okay. Anyway,
as you were saying, Landon.
like I was saying, I watched this thing. This dude like worked because you mentioned working out. This dude was like insane. He worked out 3 times a day, and he did 500 squats in 20 minutes. Oh, and you want to know what happened to him? His kidneys failed.
Jesus Christ. Well, yeah.
As
Not
a result.
Surprised.
So, yeah, I've been watching a bunch of random, like, medical stuff, but it's mostly because the people in them are, like, so stupid. Like, why? Why would you even ever get into that position? Like, a dude took 1,176 ibuprofen in a month. He ate 7 ibuprofen. He took 7 ibuprofen every day, and on one day he took 28.
Okay, that's a bit much.
Because he says that he forgot that he took 7 4 times on the same day.
Probably because of how many he was taking. Honestly.
And the only reason why he even took ibuprofen is because he had like leg pain from running or something.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah.
I've been having a hard time running here recently, actually.
How come?
My workouts. My ankles just hurt so bad.
Oh, you should take 1,176 ibuprofens. You'd be all good.
You're right, I should.
I mean...
Well, we briefly mentioned it on the boot camp episode of how many doses of Tylenol they had me on, right?
Yeah.
It's like enough to kill a horse.
But you didn't take it, so
No,
you didn't OD on it.
Also, maybe I should have. Now, about this thing I wanted to bring up real fast. We have this local celebrity. He's actually in all of like Louisiana. I think a little bit of Mississippi too. There's this guy called Morris Bart, a lawyer.
I've seen his posters like in Florida.
Yeah. Well, basically, he has just basically copied the Saul Goodman.
Was that poster before Saul?
Billboard. No, it's a new one.
I've never seen it.
Let me. I guess I could try. No, I can't say that. It's literally just who you gonna call Morris Bart in the yellow and red font with him in the corner.
I mean, his posters already looked like Saul's, to be frank.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
You know what would be cool one day? Just me thinking about later for the podcast. We should make a special where we like do face cam podcast.
Well, do you want to show your face?
I mean, if I was gonna do a Megal.
Yeah. I just don't know if I want to show my face because.
Well, then just cover it up, my friend.
Well, then what's the point of doing it?
Well, because.
Okay.
Oh well, I don't know. Maybe so that when we do hand gestures when we talk to each other, the audience can actually see them.
Fine. You know what? How about this? Episode 20 special, we do faces.
I think. Well, I was gonna say that we would just keep continuing it after that, after the special.
Well, of course.
All right. So starting on 20, and we wouldn't have to put gameplay in. So.
Yeah, and my whole idea is like to have dramatic jumps in quality between every 10 episodes. Like this one was thumbnail quality, you know.
Yeah.
And maybe next one will be
every
better background.
Yeah, not just a black screen, I guess, folks. With the occasional thing being shown.
Yeah. Although I do neglect or hate to inform you, Leonard, I do believe this episode will be cut short at an hour compared to our normal.
Is it just because it's late?
Yes, and I have tons of things I need to do before I go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's see.
I'm sorry. What is our next topic?
Let's try to get this to like around 45 or 50.
Okay, that sounds good.
So
Now, what was our next topic?
Fallout. You mentioned it on the last podcast.
Crawl out through the fallout, baby. Alright, let's see.
Maybe.
Fallout. My first introduction to Fallout was Fallout 3 or New Vegas. I can't recall.
If it was New Vegas, I doubt you played it long.
No, because I tried playing New Vegas on my PS3, and I talked to Victor or interact with him in any way, mess up his pathing, and the game would crash.
I remember because I tried. It's because you didn't update it, so you had the first build of the game.
Yeah, which is because we never had internet.
The notorious laggy, super glitchy.
Yeah, it was an experience, folks. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Now for Fallout 3, I think I really can't tell you which one came first. Fallout 3, I think, was a little later, though, because I actually remember the game, and I remember it working. I never did anything important. I did the Brotherhood of Steel Outcast mission to get the power armor. And then I went to, like...
I remember you playing
Point
Fallout
Lookout,
3.
I think. You do?
Probably not the first time you played it, but I sat with you and watched you play it. I remember you going to Point Lookout and killing those hillbilly-looking dudes.
Yeah, it was just so long ago, man. It's kind of all a blur. And what was your introduction, Mr.? I'm going to have to cut that. I'm sorry, Mr. Landon.
So my introduction was actually Fallout 4 in 2015.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I never knew anything about Fallout because the only games I would ever play was like Angry Birds. But actually, I don't even remember what I played back then. I think it was probably like Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare, and COD.
That game was a banger.
And like COD and stuff, like, and probably played Rainbow.
Well, the first Fallout I played extensively was 4.
Yeah, no, Fallout 4 was like my introduction.
Yeah.
And I remember specifically, so it was my stepdad's game, and he'd beaten the game already. I was looking for a different game to play, and I just saw that I just saw it there and I asked, and he was like, no, you're too young for that game. And I was like, really? And I just kept asking, like, every, like, day, essentially, because I was so intrigued by, like, the cover.
Until he just finally gave in.
Yeah, he was just like, okay, but your choices really do matter. And so you better not do anything stupid.
And
something around
Fallout 4, he told you the choices really do matter?
Yeah.
Ha, ha, ha.
I have vivid memory of me playing for the first time. At least the very beginning parts. And a lot of the later parts, too. I kind of forgot the middle parts, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember I barely understood the compass that I did not know how to get to Preston.
If you really look at it, Fallout 4, if you just do the main quest, it's not a very long game if you know what you're doing.
I know. Our guest, that would have been our guest this week, but he will be next week, guys.
Yeah. We won't... hopefully he doesn't listen to this part, because he is playing it right now, actually.
No, he beat the game.
Oh, he already beat the game?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to mention. He beat the game with your favorite faction, the Brotherhood of Steel.
The best faction. Pretty much, the game can be summarized as...
Are you a fascist or are you not a fascist?
No, listen. The first step is find Nick, and then he spawns Kellogg again after you go to his house, which you could just go to Kellogg's little hidey hole in Fort Hagen, right?
Yeah, but like it's already barricaded, so you can't go unless you do the main quest.
Kill him, grab his skull, which, by the way, your character doesn't know to pick up, so your character just happens to pick up his brain bits, which is kind of strange.
Yeah. Never really thought of that.
You never thought about that?
He just picks it up for no reason. Maybe I could sell this.
Nick goes with you to the memory den, plugs it in, lets you relive a memory, traumatic and everything. Finds out that
Mr. House?
Kellogg, yes. Mr. Kellogg, it's teleportation is how they use it, so they need to get a courser chip. Follow the courser signal, find the chip, and if you haven't met the railroad by now, which you probably have,
you have to, though, and then you gotta search up what their super secret password is.
Which is, their password is railroad.
So creative.
Their faction name is railroad. Go in there. You don't even have to use them. You can just kill them all and decode it yourself.
Yeah, I know. I found that out, like, a long time ago. Or not. Like, I found it out, like, a lot of playthroughs through. Yeah. It took me a long time to figure it out.
After decoding it, of course, you go to the Glowing Sea, find Virgil, build a teleport into the Institute, meet your son, who's also your father for some reason. You realize that you're probably a synth. That makes the most sense canonically.
I wouldn't say so.
I'll die on this hill.
What's your evidence?
My evidence is that the only memories you have before the war is just spending a little time, and it could have just been programmed by a synth.
Well, what about the... Okay, but here's the better question. Why would the Institute open a cryogenic chamber and throw a dude in it?
They do stupid things all the time.
And for it to... Also, why would they want a synth as their leader? Their whole, their whole entire faction is like, synths are just machines. They're programmed to follow orders.
That's why the whole board of directors were so surprised when your father appointed you.
Well, they were surprised because he literally says he's not one of us.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I like to believe, okay? After this, you have a choice to make. You can work with the Institute or kill them.
You also
if you choose to work with it...
Oh.
What?
I was going to say, you ever thought that every single synth in that game is actually related to you?
I did not think that, but now,
yes. They're all made of Sean's DNA.
What did they even need the DNA for?
They needed to be like pure and not mutated, so that they can have like a DNA strand or whatever to actually like program a human or something. I don't know.
That's stupid.
But like if you kidnap a wastelander, he has like mutated genes that are like impure.
I guess. It's
from radiation.
Dumb, where'd they get the gorilla DNA?
Sean.
Monkey.
I mean, there's Sito's family.
They were radiated. They're ghouls, though.
They're ghoulrillas.
Yeah, ghoulrillas. I always kill them all.
Why?
I
always tell Sito to bring the big gorilla, but he's so useless. He doesn't even fight. You ever realize that?
As you know, I have an immense distaste for all things monkey.
Is that why you kill his family and him?
Yes.
Actually, I've convinced him to let the Raiders stay and stuff, and you can actually go to him and he'll actually have unique dialogue depending on the game.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of a cool little detail.
I think he likes the pack the most, right?
Yeah, he says they have funny outfits.
That they do.
And he specifically says they really like Sito's family.
Is that so?
Yes. Yes.
As to what we were talking about earlier, I would...
Not to that point,
Oh, sorry. The savage is barely even human.
Yeah, Skoden Studis.
Scootus. Stop bringing up Scootus, please.
This is the only time we brought it up on the podcast. And the funny
I know,
thing.
But it's been a few months. But every time I hear it, I get little flashbacks.
It's an inside joke between the two of us. It's actually Native American slang and joke.
I'm looking at my background on my phone while I'm thinking about
Skoden Studis.
I don't know how you spell it, but
Skoden.
You can stop. Skoden Studis. What was our next topic? Well, I'm trying to find Skoden Studis.
Yeah. Ranking metal music.
Oh,
what do you think is the worst?
This is a deep topic. Really emo metal.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, a little emo is okay, but I think super emo, and I think the stuff that sounds like your head's in a blender is really annoying.
Alright.
Like Megadeth, Thrash and Megadeth are okay, but
yeah, I was about to say, isn't that wait. Yeah, you listen Megadeth to a lot of Thrash, don't you?
Yeah, I like Thrash, but I mean stuff that sounds like you're in a satanic worshipping ring while you're also frying in a pan kind of is a little annoying. To the point where it's not music. Once music theory kills itself, then you know you've gone too far.
Do you even know what music theory is?
Yes, I do, actually.
You had to learn it?
No, I didn't have to learn it, I just know it. Because if you listen to some of the older Metallica stuff, a lot of their stuff doesn't really abide by music theory.
It's just knowing what notes are supposed to go best with the other.
And it's not always 100% factual either, music theory, because you can like whatever you like, technically speaking.
Well, yeah, and also music theory, like, it make a lot of songs sound identical.
Yeah.
I don't know. And my least favorite is probably like redneck metal.
Oh well, yeah, that's generally kind of annoying too.
But I'm also not a big fan of country in general. Like, I don't mind country most of the time, but I'm just not like crazy about it. Especially like newer country stuff that's more like rappy.
Yeah, I hate that. It's like not even, it's either rock or rap, and it's like nope,
like Applebee's on a date night.
Yeah.
Just nothing to that. Applebee's on a date night.
No, you keep cutting out. I can't hear you sometimes.
I was about to say, just no reaction to that song. What are your thoughts on Applebee's on a date night?
It's not great.
Yeah, Applebee's is horrible.
Yes, it is. I hate Applebee's. I feel like we've been to Applebee's twice, and both times it was like horrible. We thought we were gonna get shot.
I didn't think that. I just thought that the food was gonna like kill me, not like an outside force.
Too, my bad. Well, that's probably why they were so mad and willing to shoot someone, is because of the food.
Well, shouldn't have gone there, friends.
Yeah.
Should have went to.
Well, the 4th of July is upcoming, by the way.
Whoa, what are you gonna do?
Probably nothing. What are you gonna do?
Probably nothing. We're so
really
creative.
Insightful here.
Well, let's be honest here. If you've done the 4th of July for so many years, it's not as special.
No, it's not.
It's just shooting fireworks that you've seen every year.
You know what we could do? We can get some of those artillery shells and like the little hand cannon thing, and we can just shoot them at one another if you want.
No, I thought you were suggesting that we actually get some like old World War I artillery and play trench.
You know the bad part is?
Huh.
I actually know a guy right now that has access to a 120 millimeter shell that's still alive.
What?
I didn't tell you about that.
Is this someone I know?
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
You want to buy it?
How much would that be?
I think he was trying to sell it for like $15,000.
They're gonna say $50. Like, dang, that's a steal right there.
Literal IED. No, I'm not purchasing it, nor am I giving away the name of this individual who has access to a 120 millimeter depleted uranium shell.
Yeah, I'm gonna put down his socials in the description and.
Yeah. Well, it just kind of. I mean, I knew that. I guess Sophia won't be doing anything, will she? Because it's 4th of July.
Yeah,
I
I feel like a good bit of people actually celebrate 4th of July, even though they're not American. At least do something on 4th of July. I mean, probably mostly YouTubers, to be honest.
Skoden.
It's Skoden Students, my friend.
No, it's not. That's the meme Braden sent. I'm looking at it right
it's
now.
It's Skoden Students. Skoden. When you're from the res to Skoden Students?
Shut up. Skoden Students. I can't find this anywhere.
Really? Because I could easily find a subsection.
Skoden Students, ladies and gentlemen. Ah! I found it. I found it.
It's a shirt. We should have our own merch and sell it for $70.
You think anyone would buy our merch?
No.
Can we start a Patreon? Would anyone like actually give us money?
We can make it where our Spotify you can like pay a monthly subscription.
Like we were just talking about fireworks. People are popping fireworks out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's not even July, my friend.
Yeah. Give it a few days.
In a few days.
So, Skoden Studis.
I know what it means.
Skoden means let's go then, and then Studis means let's do this. We can buy a Skoden t-shirt.
That's what I was saying.
You want to buy a Skoden
Bro, I'm a big Skoden Studis fan, alright? Step out of my way. Imagine wearing that in public.
Let's see, how much does it cost? I just pressed buy now. That might have been a mistake.
When that one Native American guy glances over.
$30.
What is that made of? The cheapest Chinese cloth ever?
Yeah.
I just realized
they go
I did
up
a
to
good
5XL.
alliteration right there.
You heard me?
Yeah.
They
5XL.
go to 5XL. That's pretty impressive.
There's some Skoden Studis pillows.
What?
Yeah, well, imagine just seeing that one Native American on the street. Just starts beating you up because you have that shirt.
Skoden Studis meme. I really don't feel like we should pop fireworks on 4th of July.
Like us specifically or people?
No, I really don't think people should.
Why?
Because, well, I know everyone who fought for our independence is long dead by now, but our current veterans, they have PTSD pretty bad sometimes, and the fireworks can reignite that. Not meant to be.
Well, we're not celebrating veterans, bro.
No, I know.
Celebrating the birth of a nation.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the fireworks can, bring back some post-traumatic stress disorder for them,
Yes, that is horrible. But are you really saying that that the majority of people should stop using fireworks for a few?
I mean, but they're the few that protected, at least in principle, the country, and I don't know if they should stop doing it, but maybe, I don't know.
Also, how are firework makers gonna make their money now?
They aren't.
You gotta think about the business side of things.
Jesus Christ. I'm looking at Skoden Studis memes now, and
Rip Purnell burn arm, or whatever, right? Bad arm.
What?
Skoden Studis cat.
When
your cat is from the res to Skoden.
Res dogs now headed to Indy. Studis Skoden.
When the res dogs try to gang up on you, and you're just like Skoden.
I've had enough of this podcast episode.
No. How long have we been recording?
52 minutes.
Alright. This one is interesting.
This can be a bad one. Just end it, please.
No, it was only bad because of the way we presented our topics.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been pretty bad even in person. Hey, I read that email about the comment Afia made about Brayden and how she wants Brayden to be back on the podcast.
What? Are you serious?
Rest assured, he will be making a guest return next week.
Why do you want him here?
Read the email.
Oh, God.
I saw it.
Give me a second. I'll feel.
It said brung Brayden back.
Are you serious?
Yes. Funnily enough, she spelled Brayden's name right.
Really?
Yes.
Oops. Podcast. Well, what's our email called? I'm sorry.
It's literally called the BroadStrokes BC@gmail.com. If you're willing to, email us some questions. Good plug right there.
Give me a momento.
Yeah, because if you go and press social, and then go down, and click on the one with education, it's the third YouTube one.
Why didn't you just tell me to go to the...
Because it's not on YouTube.
Speakeasy, it's a chicken wing place.
Huh?
Was it on Negative Dinosaur? Vacation?
No, it was on education.
Education. Not militant organization with funny name.
Wait, are you on YouTube? It doesn't show up on YouTube.
No. Oh, bring Brayden back?
Yeah.
Face?
Oh, wait, there was an
angry you're not a real person. You are Landon.
Oh.
Landon, are you a Fia?
Bag will be coming back.
Landon, are you a Fia? Landon?
I would not disclose any further information.
Mm-hmm. I'll kill you.
Bring Brayden back. Justice for Bag.
I swear to Christ, if Afia is you, Landon, I'm gonna be so mad.
It's not me. I only have...
I'm gonna be so mad.
I only have, I actually have, 5 emails, but...
I'll be mad.
But one specifically is made for Minecraft.
SCP, you gotta update your profile picture. You keep changing it.
What are you talking about?
Well, she keeps changing your profile picture.
Oh.
So on
I thought
the
you were talking
episode,
about me.
she said, no one cares about you. And I finally got my spicy chicken. And she says, also, I've been busy. Sorry for not commenting so much. I'm not cheating on you guys with another podcast.
Honestly, you should watch something else that's not this.
Yeah,
you should watch.
We appreciate it.
Watch if you want something informational. Watch Star Talk. Or if you want like stupidity and randomness like us.
Oh, you reminded me. You reminded me. I'm very sad.
Why?
This will be our final topic of the day.
Okay.
On a low note, you know that SCP animation thing on YouTube I used to watch? Like
yeah.
SCP Confinement or whatever?
Uh-huh.
The dude scammed people out of a bunch of money, like somewhere in the $100,000 range.
Oh.
He had a Patreon set up.
You just reminded me of someone else getting essentially scammed.
Let me finish mine.
Go ahead.
Basically, this dude's name is Lord Bung. He was making the new SCP Confinement episode, like episode whatever it is, 7, 4, whatever, I don't care. And after like 4 years, he was like, never mind, uploaded a 4-minute music video, which is basically just softcore porn, and then deleted his channel and took all the money from his Patreon and dipped.
Wow.
I would not recommend watching the newest episode of SCP Confinement. It was re-uploaded, and it's the most cringe thing I've ever seen in my life.
Anyway.
It includes some of the most deranged fantasies I've ever seen in my life. So, your turn.
I'm going to talk about how a YouTuber kind of got scammed. You know who Oompaville is. We all know who Oompaville is. So, did you know he has a candy company?
I did not, although it does make sense given his name.
Because it's called Sour Boys. And so he was getting a trusted friend to help him make like a candy machine, right? Because it doesn't come all in one. Like you have to buy different parts, and for him to help make it. So his friend definitely like he had to give him $1 million to his friend, and he found out that he only ever actually needed like 400,000 or like 300,000.
So, did his friend just dip, and he's not a very good friend?
Yeah, basically his friend like took all bunch of extra money. Like he took like 700,000 for himself.
Jesus Christ!
And just lied about the pricing of the machines and stuff. He is still going with the company though, Oompaville. And he did make a video about how he got scammed $1 million, and it's kind of funny because it's all like comical. Like he's not serious at all in the video.
Jesus.
So yeah.
I'd be mad personally. Personally, I wouldn't take that kind of offense.
I mean, yeah, especially if it was someone you trusted, like a friend and stuff.
If you were my business partner and did that to me, I would kill you.
Like it wasn't like it was just two like people only knew each other for like business reasons. Like they were both like friends before. So.
How do you do that to your friend?
So yeah, so Oompaville made like a funny video about it. And
I'm not a good person, but I wouldn't do that to you, Landon.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
But so yeah, but he says he's still continuing. He actually says that his company's almost done. So
cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I was saying how you should watch other podcasts. If you want random, goofy stupidness, I don't know. Watch the Goomba podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ! The Goomba podcast.
Or the Goons podcast.
The Goomba podcast.
Or the Misfits podcast.
Negative. Don't watch the Misfits podcast.
Why? You've listened to it before?
No.
Oh. You just don't like the Misfits or something?
No.
Do you know who the Misfits are?
No, I don't.
It's like Swagger, Fitz.
Well, we can't have another Swagger Soul Sound person.
What? No,
apparently on microphone. Never mind.
Oh. You don't sound nothing like Swagger. I actually don't.
I don't sound nothing like Swagger Soul. Well, on this microphone, I guess not.
That accent did not help it. Swagger has a very distinct accent and voice.
It's not even really an accent. It's more of just
his voice is very distinct. Like it stands out compared to other people, in my opinion.
All right. In this episode, I gotta go.
All right. I mean, it has basically been an hour, right?
Yeah, it has.
Anyway, if you enjoyed today's podcast, I guess, stay tuned for next
Stop
week.
Stop being so negative.
You already said it wasn't good.
No, I didn't.
Whatever. Okay. If you enjoyed today's podcast, be tuned in for next week or the week after next week. Or no, it's just next week. I'm just stupid. For Braden to return. Yes, our long-awaited guest. It's been 1 month. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Please download and follow on Spotify. And then email us a question if you'd like. The BroadStrokesPC@gmail.com.
Yep. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, bye.
Adios.